orientation program with our program coordinator, Professor M.V. Lakshmi Reddy sir, School of Education, Evening, New Delhi. And as per our regional service division instructions, RC Bangalore is nominated as a nodal research center for conducting centralized online counseling for all the learners admitted for this PG certificate program in adult education. As a part of that, today the session is commenced with our program coordinator, Professor Lakshmi Reddy sir, and the counseling sessions will be followed there too. And you may also kindly clarify all our doubts either by email or you may also put it in the chat box. And these sessions are recorded for the purpose of learners who were unable to attend today meeting, and also the learners may review this. So our coordinators, Dr. Hemali, Dr. Kasan, Dr. Shanmugam, three RDs are there. They are taking care of circulating this information to all the learners after conduct of the counseling session. So I request the learners to kindly participate maximum, try to attend. There will be 1 hour to 2 hour programs. So kindly listen to the experts when they are speaking. Then you will be given time to interact and clarify your doubts. That time you can interact. And we arrange this session for your benefit only. Please listen to the experts. And before coming to the session, you were intimated about the counseling sessions and the topics. I request you please go through the study material and read the courses one time before you come for this counseling session, so that you'll be able to clarify all your doubts also within a time. And I'm thankful to our Dr. Hemali, Dr. Kasturi for arranging these sessions, that too particularly with our program coordinator, an effective commencement of this nodal counselings. Sir, I hope that you will enjoy this session also. And even I request you, sir, please come again for some more interactive sessions, if possible during weekend. What is our observation and our university practice is Saturday afternoon, Sundays only the counseling sessions will be arranged due to this shortage of time now arranged like this. So any weekend also you may plan 1 hour session after 1 month, sir, or end of the session, end of this counselings, so that we will also provide effective guidelines to them. And, thank you so much, Dr. Hemali. And the session is handed to Dr. Hemali, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Now I would request M.V. Lakshmi Reddy sir, Associate Professor from School of Education. Sir, I request you to give some guidelines to the learners in general first. Then we will conclude this inaugural session. Then sir can continue with the session, sir. Actually, you can give some general guidance to the students.
Sir, what I request is kindly provide overall guidelines also, sir.
Okay.
Because this is a orientation program, and also this is also an induction for all our nationwide learners. You are only inaugurating this nodal RT counselings of RT Bangalore. You may kindly provide a complete sketch of this program, how to complete successfully also, sir.
Okay. Dr. Radhadi, Senior Regional Director, Dr. Hemamalini, and Dr. Shanmugam, and other faculty members and even non-teaching staff who may be attending this uh, online orientation session. I also welcome all these participants to this session. As requested by you to give some broad guidelines to the students. See, all our students are open and distance learners. What we expect from them mainly uh, is that they should go through the entire course material thoroughly, starting from the program guide through these theory courses and the practical handbook. So unless and until these students go through these self-instructional materials, starting from the program guide, all through theory courses and practical handbook, they will not get the comprehensive picture of the program at all. So my sincere request to all the students is that you must go through the entire course material that you have got. In case you have not received any one of the course material, be it program guide or any theory course, or within the theory courses any particular block or the practical handbook, then immediately you should write to the concerned regional center, that is your regional center, so that they will be forwarding the request to the headquarters for dispatching of the material. If at all it is not available at the regional center, otherwise they will themselves send it to you, so that you will be fully equipped to go ahead with the program as far as your preparation for completion of this program is concerned. That is the first and foremost guideline or instruction that I want to give to you. Secondly, the assignments are available on the GNU website, and you can download the assignments, relevant assignment, and start doing the assignment. For doing this assignment, there are two clear options to you. Either you can go through the entire study material thoroughly, so that you will get the comprehensive picture of what the program is all about, what are its contents, how they are articulated, both in terms of theory content and also the practical content. Thereafter, you can do the assignment. The other way is you can choose the particular units that have relevance to preparation of the assignment. Then you can prepare your assignment and submit it to the regional center. Another important instruction in this regard is you may put a lot of labor while preparing this assignment, going through this given study material, or sometimes through website or some other books, etc. But these materials are self-contained, self-sufficient. You don't have to read any other materials. If you read, that is well and good, because you want to acquire the mastery of it. Otherwise, you simply go through the given material. Also, even then, you will be in a better position to write your assignments. Absolutely no doubt on that count. At the time of submitting your assignments, please remember one important thing. Uh, that is, you keep a photocopy of any and every assignment that you submit to the regional centers. This is essential, because in case assignments are lost, or postal problems may cause certain unexpected problems. So to cope up with these things, this photocopy of on the assignments that you keep will help you a lot. Based on the photocopy, also you can resend your assignments, which may be accepted. So that is another important. Similarly, when you are going to do the practical work, it is very much essential that you must read every word of it. Otherwise, you will not be in a position to get yourself equipped with what you should be doing, how you should be doing, where you should be doing, and who will be mentoring, how to prepare the report, and how to compile the reports of these activities, and finally how to submit the report. So this is all important, because without reading these things you will be missing somewhere or the other, and you will be looking for answers to be given by somebody else. If you read yourself, you don't require to go here and there, and you are yourself training for doing the activities. So this is the important aspect of it. And as far as the regional centers are concerned, there are clear guidelines for evaluation of these activities, and there is a resource person's handbook for the practical work also. It is available in eGyan course. So how to evaluate the activities, because it is a credit based activities. So you have, when you are doing the average of it, average of all the activities, you have to take their weightages into account. So how it should be done and all is given in the resource person's handbook for practical activities. So regional center can download this particular thing in case you yourself want to become evaluators for these reports. You please send your request through online, so that can be approved. This is all to save your time and other things in sending the reports to the headquarters and again looking for the grades, etc. So it would facilitate at your end itself. So these are all the broad guidelines that I can share with you, so that you can follow them for your own interest and effective functioning. So, yeah, if at all you have any doubts regarding these guidelines or any laxity related to any particular aspect of it and all, you can please, put before me so that I can answer
Okay.
as far as the guidelines are concerned.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for giving the general guidelines for our students. And sir will handle the session also on this practical course. That time also, the students can clear their doubts with sir. Now I would request my colleague, Assistant Regional Director, Dr. Kasturi Pesala, Madam, to give the formal vote of thanks. Then your session will continue, sir. Session will continue after this.
I wanted to share PPT. I think I must facilitate it in case there is any problem while sharing the PPT, because that will help the students, to grasp every aspect of these practical activities.
Sir?
I like to share
Okay, sir.
the PPT. In case there is any problem, you must facilitate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You send it to my email ID, sir.
I will share it
Will
from here. I will share it
you
from
share?
here.
You can share, sir. Yes, sir. I request my colleague Kasturi Pesala to give the formal vote of thanks. Then we will continue with sir's session. Madam?
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Respected sir, MV Lakshmi Reddy sir, my respected regional director, senior regional director, Dr. S. Radha madam, my colleagues Dr. M. Shanmugam, Dr. Hema Malini, and dear students. Thank you, sir, very much for being here with us to guide the students of our program. And it is, I also want to tell the students that this is a national level RC counseling meet. So most of the students, it's a mixed group from north and south to east and west, and we expected some more students to join, but we can't wait because we are running late for the program. So I also especially also thank my colleague Dr. Hema Mani. She prepared the schedule, though I'm the coordinator sir of RC nodal counseling, but madam has coordinated with you and prepared the entire schedule for PGCAE. So thank you so much madam for supporting me. And thank you sir, thank you for being with us. And I request students that please stay, and this is the guidelines you will get from everyone, especially sir is the program coordinator, so don't miss the important points. And this will help you for successfully completing your program on time. And please make sure don't drop out of the program. That's what we see some students who do lately. So create your group, own WhatsApp group. You can take an initiative and you can interact with each other, and which will be helpful to you. Thank you once again, all of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now we can start with the session. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Kasturi madam, for giving the vote of thanks. Sir, now we can start the session, sir.
Yeah. Don't know. For sharing, have to go to this present now.
Yes.
Dr. Hemali.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Present now.
Share. Screen instead. So sharing is
PPT is open, sir.
uh, just
Open the PPT and
yeah. I
then
have opened. I have opened the PPT.
minimize it, sir. Open the PPT and minimize it.
Okay.
Then go to present now.
Okay, present. Your entire screen, window, a tab is there.
Mini.
Yeah, I have clicked on the present. Your entire screen, window, tab. These are the three options here.
Sir, minimize the PPT. Then in the present now, window.
Window. Yeah, in
There
this
your PPT will be visible. Click on that. Share.
PPT is not visible. That's the thing.
It's open, sir. Now? Open.
Sir, is it on the desktop?
Yeah, it is on the desktop.
Sir, then 1 second, sir.
Open it, sir.
I have opened it already.
Then minimize it, sir.
Already minimized.
Then present now, and you can go to, you check one by one, sir. Tab.
Tab.
Open in the tab, sir, once. Tab means it will come email, sir. You can try with a a window only will come, sir.
Wait, in the window there are two options here: share and cancel. Share is not
No,
happening
no.
yet.
That
I don't know.
PPT you have to click, sir, first.
Huh?
That
When
what
I
is
click on the
visible in
share,
In the
share
head.
button, I don't know.
Mute.
Perhaps you
Sir,
have to permit sharing, isn't it?
sir, 1 second, sir. Sir, if you open on the window, sir, okay, there will be many options on your desktop. It will show. Just scroll down. Somewhere PPT will be visible.
No, I could not get you. Huh?
Sir, if you click on the window, sir.
Which window?
Sir, the presentation window, sir.
Yeah, presentation window and the
Present now. There is
present now I have clicked and
a window.
your entire screen is there, window is there, and the tab
Window,
is there.
sir.
Window. I have clicked
Window,
on
sir.
window, but here share is not working. I do not know when I wanted to share it.
No, sir. You in the window, if you click, there will be many things showing on that inside that box.
Oh, that's our window itself is being shown. That's all. Nothing more than that.
Sir, you have to open the PPT on the desktop, sir.
PPT it is
Yeah.
open.
No, is it open on the desktop?
Yeah, open on the desktop.
Then it should show, sir.
Now your share has come. Okay, now you okay.
Yeah, sir. If
You have given the right now. Otherwise, earlier it was not being shown. That's why I requested earlier itself.
Yeah. Okay.
From your side, there was no permission, perhaps.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, sir.
now,
Madam.
it's not happening. Huh?
No, sir. The full.
It will take some time. Huh?
You have to click in that box also. You have to click on that PPT, then share, sir. In that window, the PPT will be visible. Once you go click on the window, again you have to click and select that PPT, then share, sir. The entire screen is sharing, so.
It's not happening. That's why.
Sir, when you click on the window, you can see that PPT, na, sir, inside that.
No, it was
click on that PPT, then click share.
it was not happening. Madam. I don't know why.
Or else you send to my email ID, sir. I will do.
I feel no
Maybe because from my side, no.
there must be some problem actually from your side. Meet Google sharing is a window. I am just stopping the sharing to start with again.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Again, I will start. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Here now you have to provide for sharing. It is not.
Sir, no.
Sharing.
Present now. In that present now.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. You have to again select that PPT, sir. There. Then the share will come.
Share is not coming. It is not working.
No, you have to select one, sir. Then the share will be open. You have to select one from the in the box. So many the icons will be visible, no, sir. Your PPT also will be visible if it is open on the window. You have to click on that once. Then share will be enabled.
Just a second. I don't know what is the problem actually. This is the PT. Okay. This is the window. Okay.
Have you opened that window?
Which one? That PPT.
The one you want to show.
Yeah, this is the thing.
ठीक है ना? अब इस पे आ जाइए, वहीं पे जहाँ पे थे आप. हाँ. अब
share is not.
शेयर ये नहीं. एक्चुअली पता है क्या इश्यू है? ये नहीं चल रहा.
Who is presenter? I don't know where the problem is.
चल रहा है. अब इसको फुल कर दीजिए इधर. ये कप साइन नहीं. Give it to me. Ask them whether it is visible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Huh?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
Yeah, but I think there was some problem perhaps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, I welcome back to this session. In fact, you are aware of this program before applying to this program also, because you must have gone through the structure of the program. And there are 2 theory courses in it, and out of this 2 theory courses, this 12 credits are there for these 2 theory courses, and practical course is of 3 credits. Totally, it is of 15 credits. Okay. Out of this 15 credits, all the 3 courses are compulsory, and every student has to do all the courses. And theory courses will have term and examination also, whereas practical course, which is the MEEL 002 practical work, community based practical activities, there is no practical exam, because sometimes people come all the way to headquarters and ask that we wanted to appear for this practical examination, but nothing we have received from regional center or from any other source. Then we have to explain to the student that you have come all the way without reading the material, and we have taken risks, wasted your money, energy, time, and all these things. Instead, being a self-learner, you must read the entire course material before you come to headquarters, or even before you go to the regional centers, because this course material is self-instructional in nature, and the students can get aware of everything by themselves. Is my voice clear? And hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, your voice is clear.
Because in case it is not clear, you may please inform me. So this is all about the overview of this PGCAE program, 2 theory courses and 1 practical. And out of these 3 courses, this practical course is of 3 credits, I told you, and within these 3 credits, there are 2 credits worth compulsory activities and 1 credit worth optional activities. These compulsory activities are again organized into 6 activities, and the student has to perform all the 6 activities. That's why these activities are called compulsory activities. And once a student performs all the activities, they are performing the activities worth 2 credits. And similarly, optional activities are there. They are 10 activities, and 10 activities together constitute more than 1 credit worth activities. And out of these 10 activities, student has to choose only certain activities which are worth 1 credit only. So these activities together constitute 3 credits worth, and you must be very selective as far as performing optional activities of this particular practical course is concerned. And you must ensure that it is not less than 3 credits worth, and if you perform activities worth more than 3 credits, they are of no use for you, because you will be finally given weightage or the assessment grade for only 3 credits, not for all the credits that you perform. So as far as the performance of these activities is concerned, clear guidelines are given. See, for every activity, we have described what is the nature of the activity, what are the objectives of particular activity, what is your role and output in this regard, and what is the final product once you perform this activity, and what is the role of the mentor, who can be your mentor. All these things are explained, and what is the evaluation mechanism that is followed for evaluating the activity. Credit points are there for each activity, as you will notice how much credit value is given for a particular activity. So this is in brief about the guidelines, common guidelines for each of the activities is concerned. Now coming to the details of these compulsory activities worth 2 credits. First activity is conducting a survey of a community, local institutions and government programs. In this case, for performing this particular activity, there are certain formats given to you. That is appendix 1A to 1J. These are all the formats. We can see them in the students' practical handbook. And here you will be performing different activities within this thing. That is, you will be identifying illiterates. That is, 10 illiterates you will be identifying who are above 15 years of age. So for that you will be using one particular form which is specified in the student handbook. Out of school children also you have to identify. Again, within this also you have to identify 10 students who are within the 16 to 14 age group and out of school, not going to school. Similarly, 10 students who are in need of further education. You will be contacting them and getting their details and filling them in the format. Simply you have to take photocopy of these formats, and whenever you find time, whenever you come across them, you can accordingly note them, or specifically you can go to the literates in one go and fill it. Similarly, you can go to out of school children, whichever are available in, go and collect the details about 10 children. Like that, this BPL persons details you will be collecting on the given format. Similarly, active and progressive change seekers in the community, you will be filling the details of these people in the given format. Then persons requiring educational and vocational guidance, you will be filling the details of the people. Formats are given, because sharing all these formats is not possible here. These are very lengthy ones also. Community needs: educational, health, hygiene, nutrition, family welfare, agriculture, animal husbandry, and vocational needs of the community. You will be identifying and filling them in the given format. Similarly, alternate education systems which are existing in and around your locality, whether it is non-formal education center, or an NIOS study center, or IGNU study center, or some other adult education center, etc. Whatever the alternative education systems are there, you will be collecting the information about those things. Similarly, different social institutions which are existing in the community, you will be collecting the information. This may be about the post offices that you have, banks that you have around, or police stations, or some other institutions. What are all the institutions that are possible? They are all given in the format. You will be collecting the details of these things. Similarly, government programs being implemented in the locality. See, you may not be aware of many of the government programs which are being implemented. For that matter, many of us do not know, because these are not directly related to you. We are not the direct beneficiaries of it, and we don't bother for them. But you need to know, because you are going to be an adult educationist or an adult educator specifically. So you need to be aware of your community where you are living. So in this regard, first of all, you will be learning about your own community, personally approaching different persons, and personally attempting to identify different institutions, programs, etc. That have great relevance to the community education and development. So this is all about activity A1. Next, coming to activity A2. It is about conducting a survey of career interests of degree college students and their interests in involving themselves in adult education activities in the community. So for this also, format is given. You can go to any degree college, not necessarily the one where you have studied, and any degree college that is available around your area. You can go with that form and contact them and collect information about them, which year they are studying, etc., which discipline they are pursuing their program, etc., and whether they are interested in joining the adult education program. If so, whether they are interested to pursue it through open and distance learning. What is their opinion about this open universities, etc.? Hello. Yes. Was there any interruption?
Sir, slides are not moving. Sorry, sir.
Please, slides, this compulsory activities 2, has it not moved?
Not it, sir. You click on that, sir. 2.
See, activity 2. Activity 2, is it visible there?
No, not visible, sir. You are in the first slide only.
You are in the, still in the first slide. Now I have clicked on the second slide, you see?
No, sir. In that keyboard, you click the any arrow mark, sir. Forward arrow mark, upward or down.
Yeah, I have done that arrow mark. Has it come now?
No, sir. No, sir.
Then I don't know what is the problem.
Or click on the second slide. Sir has clicked already. Click on the second slide, sir. Otherwise,
I have clicked on the second slide.
Oh, not coming. Okay.
There
is some issue. I think,
here it is visible, in fact.
For us, it is not visible, sir.
I don't know what is the problem. This is the problem with the technology.
I think, sir. Sir, second, you have to go to arrow mark. Otherwise,
No, I am going to I am using both mouse and arrow mark. Even within the arrow mark, also it is not happening. So,
okay, sir.
shall I stop sharing and do it again, or what?
Sir, you can do that.
Shall I end it now?
No problem, sir. Once again, you just check, sir. Once again, you just check arrow mark also.
I am using. I am going to even previous slides also. Is there any movement of the slides?
No, sir.
Huh?
No.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you when I was speaking also.
No
If you have interrupted, shall I end it now then?
Yeah, again you can present, sir. Again.
Stop. Now it's came.
And now came, sir. Yeah, it is coming now.
Change it.
Yeah, now it is changed. Second came.
Second came.
A compulsory activities 2 credits. It came now.
It came. Now shall I continue from here then? Now is it moving? See?
No, sir. Now it is there in the compulsory activities 2 credits. That page only.
Okay, now?
Change it, sir. Now.
It is coming. Okay, now from
here only you can go.
Slideshow is not working, then I will click slide.
Yeah, there only you click, sir. It is moving now.
That would be better, I think. So, this is the A2 activity, conducting survey of career interests of degree college students and their interest in involving themselves in adult education activities in the community. Okay, this is of 0.2 credits, means 6 hours worth activity. Am I audible? Am I audible also? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a second activity. For this also format is given, and it is given as appendix 4. You will be using this format which is given in the student's handbook for practical work, and you will be filling the information. Similarly, activity A3 is given. This is all about internet browsing and commenting upon 10 given websites. Okay, this is of 2 credits, and for this also a format is given, and which are all the websites that you should be viewing are given in the activity given in the handbook. So there are important websites given. You will be clicking on those, rather using those websites on your computer. Then you will be giving your feedback. See, for example, even IGNU website is given. Planning Commission websites are given. Similarly, there is one important website from which you can access the emails, phone numbers, even photos, etc. of all the constitutional authorities, right from President of India to Prime Minister, all cabinet ministers, and all state governments, governors, chief ministers, like that. All members' details you will be finding. Such a website also is given in the handbook. So you simply have to use those websites and give your feedback as to how useful they are, how easily accessible they are when you are going through these websites, etc. So that is a A3 activity. In case there is no internet connectivity in the area, entire area is devoid of internet facility, like in northeastern areas. Many of these states do not have internet facilities in many areas. So for them, this conducting this internet-based browsing may be difficult activity. That is the reason why an option has been given. That is activity A3B, organizing campaigns for promotion of awareness and functionality in the community. So in such cases, the student can campaign or promotion of awareness and functionality in the community, and for that student will be given 2 credits weightage for performing that activity. So similarly, next activity, is it visible now? Is the moment there in the slide? Hello?
Yes, sir,
Hello?
it is.
So it is an activity A4A. Here, community networking and information dissemination by holding a meeting and showing the given websites. You see, in the activity A3A, you have got the advantage of looking at the websites and getting the information. That is all for your personal consumption of the information. Whereas, if you use the same activity for showing it to the public, so these are all the websites. This is how these websites are useful. They contain this kind of information. Then the public also will get benefited out of it, and many students have got benefited by performing both the activities, because they approached certain local leaders, including some MLAs or some other public figures. They have themselves even provided this facility for viewing by the community how useful are these sites, etc. And they have taken even excellent photographs of the participation of these popular figures in the area, be it MLA, MP, or some other person. And they have added those images also to the report. That is how they have performed the activities and prepared their report of the particular activity. That is A4A. In case internet facility is not there as an alternative, like I told you, northeastern areas are there, they can do this particular activity. That is activity A4B, observing as a participant or as an outside observer any training programs organized for the field functionaries. See, whenever you come to know about some training activity going on for training of any particular categories of functionaries, you can seek the permission and attend it and observe the things, how they are happening, scheduling of the program, conducting of the sessions, etc. So you will learn as an outsider observer, simply by clearly noticing all the things going on. Another activity is seeking intervention of implementing agencies of formal, non-formal, and adult education programs. In this case, because you have collected certain information about non-literates and or 12th pass who are in need of educational or other guidance, or community problems you have noticed, and certain other below poverty line people are there. For all these people, if you want to get some services from certain agencies, you can approach those agencies, whether they are formal, non-formal, or adult education agencies, and you can benefit those particular categories of adults in the community. Next activity is activity A6, that is establishing a professional network of student colleagues, peer group, and professionals or experts. Here, what is the advantage for you is you are a distance learner, and you are not in touch with your peer group, then that is other students of the program, and you are not aware of this regional center staff, etc. So by approaching the centers personally, you can come into contact with the people, or by observing the website of the institution, you can collect certain information, and by having all those details, be it telephone or email, etc., you can have a kind of network through which you can interact with your peer group and concerned professionals or the experts in the field, including your study center staff and the regional center staff, or the staff at the headquarters as well. So this is all about compulsory activities, and you need to perform all the 6 activities, and wherever option is given, like in activity A3 and A4, you can use that option as may be applicable to you or convenient to you, and you have to prepare the report of each activity. Then coming to optional activities, is the slide moving? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So now coming to the optional activities, this is of 1 credit worth. So here more than 1 credit worth activities are given, as I mentioned earlier, and this is these activities are organized as B category activities. That is, B1 activities gathering and addressing the community on a community issue or a problem or an event. So you being member of the community, you are better aware of your community, what are all the issues, what are all the problems or the events that prevail in the community. Then you can gather the community and address the community on any particular issue or the problem or the event that you consider as most important, and you can write a brief report of it as to where you have conducted and how many have attended, what was the reaction of the people who participated while you were addressing and all. So that you can write a brief report of even 1 page or 2 pages, not a very lengthy report. Next is activity B2, that is facilitating establishment of an adult education center or continuing education center in the community. Here you have already done certain exercise in the compulsory activities, because you identified people and their details, and you have approached the center for doing something. Now we can facilitate establishment of any adult education center or continuing education center in the community if that agency wants to work for the community. Maybe it is in the form of providing some space for organizing any activity for them, or for having their temporary office for visiting, occasionally on weekends, etc. So that is all in perfect understanding with the agency. You can do some facilitation. Next activity is B3, organizing a community talk. See, one thing is you yourself can address that you are doing it under B1. Here, there are experts in different fields, the areas. You can identify any expert and you can call the expert, and the community will be benefited out of the lecture if that person can deliver. Or you can organize a debate. So for the debate, minimum of 2 people are required, and generally these people will be taking 2 opposing stands, good and bad, or advantages and disadvantages of a particular thing or any particular issue. People will be divided. So what are all those divisions? Divisions can be more than 2 also, but for that you need more people also to take stands accordingly. Or there can be panel discussion that you can organize. A panel means more than 2 people. If you invite, that will be good. And on the same thing, people will talk, but different aspects they may touch. That is the difference between panel discussion and debate. Debate means generally opposing aspects or opposing sides they take. Next is activity B4, organizing a quiz program in the community. You know, for organizing quiz program, you need to prepare questions with correct answers. Then again, you have to call the judges and you have to arrange the meeting, invite judges, participants, and make certain other arrangements also. Then conduct the quiz program, and accordingly, you will be writing a report on that particular activity. Another activity is B5, organizing discussion groups in the community. So there can be discussion groups on different activities, or same group can discuss different aspects or different themes, etc. D6 is organizing a field trip or tour for the community. This is a slightly difficult activity to say. That's why it is given more credit value. You can notice that is 0.5 means 15 hours. It will take whatever the efforts you put. That is a minimum thing. But if you do it, involving more time, then also you will not get any extra advantage of it as far as assessment is concerned. So that's why here you can see the activities worth 2, 3, 3, 6, 8, 10, 10.8 and more than that. More than this thing. Now there are other activities also. See, here itself it is more than 1 credit. So you have to choose the activities, and D7 is organizing visits by functionaries of development or welfare programs or by specialists for promotion of sustainable development practice in the community. See, there are different activities performed by different sections of the people within the village, and based on those activities, they are surviving. And if at all there is no support from them, and they may be losing the employment opportunity or this economic activity, they will be stopping it. So in order to promote or sustain their economic development and the activity or the practice, you can support them by arranging visits by the functionaries to that particular group, so that they can get benefited more and more by their visits. And also specialists, they can promote specially whatever the advantages they can bring to their notice, which they can avail of. That will be source of information for them from these functionaries or the specialists. Next is activity B8, observing the functioning of a coaching center or study circle, coaching students for entrance examinations to professional courses or any competitive examinations for positions of public service. Okay, you must have seen many coaching centers also just like that. But here you have to observe their functioning, whether they are coaching the students for entrance examinations or for professional courses or for any competitive examinations. So in whatever the situation these coaching centers are working, you need to go to any one of the study center and observe its functioning, and you have to write a report of it. Sometimes yeah, they may not allow you because they may think that you also may be opening coaching center, and no, we don't want to allow. Rather, you can become a student if you are interested for any particular coaching, whether it's for a professional course entrance or competitive examinations, etc. But you have to observe any one coaching center or the study circle and write a report of it. At least study visiting and observing the functioning of study circle should not be any problem. That's why option is given here. Promoting any socially useful and or productive activity of your own interest or choice in the community. Here, any kind of socially useful activity you can undertake, or if somebody is doing any socially useful activity, you can promote also. So, by doing this thing, you will be benefiting the community of your interest. So, it is not necessarily in your own community. You can promote it in any other community as well, but you have to write a report of where you are doing this thing. Another activity and the last activity that is given here is activity B10, and this is farming and running a voluntary organization or non-governmental organization in the area. And many people, who want to start any voluntary organization, they may not be aware of how to go about it and all. It is because some kind of memorandum of understanding is to be drafted, and how to draft it and all people may be puzzled sometimes. So, in order to facilitate farming and running of voluntary organization, a format is given, rather guidelines. The entire memorandum of understanding is given in the student handbook for practical work. Simply, you can take a photocopy of that thing and fill in by putting particular name. For example, if it is your residence welfare association, also you can put it as residence welfare association of your area. Put your area name there. So rest of the things are almost common, and you will have to fill in the details of president, vice president, secretary, joint secretary, treasurer, and the executive committee member. Then even normal members, general members for the association. So without this kind of thing, you cannot form a proper voluntary organization. Otherwise, the rest of the thing is it is like coming together of a group. But if you start any voluntary organization even within your area, that will help a lot. That will provide an opportunity for the community to come together periodically to discuss their issues, etc. And they themselves can decide upon the solutions and implement them for their own benefit. So this is the great advantage of having a voluntary organization, and which we wanted to facilitate by giving a clearly written what you call guidelines for forming a association, and it is complete by itself what is given in the program guide. This students handbook for practical activities, practical work. Next is coming to who could be your mentor, because somebody is required to be there to either supervise the activity or help you how you can go about it, or even if you have gone ahead with all the activities, just by informing the mentor that this is what I will be doing. And student, finally the mentor has to certify that the particular student has done the particular activity. Otherwise, you see, you may honestly do any particular activity, and you may honestly prepare the report, and you will sign and submit it. But issues of authenticity comes here. So that is the reason why just to have some kind of authenticity from some other person, the provision of mentor, guide, or facilitator has been made in this regard. So you can choose any one of the given categories of the person as your mentor. And you know that school is there in every community without any exception. Maybe slightly away in case of certain areas, particularly in hilly areas, etc. Otherwise, in plain areas and within 1 kilometer distance, school should be there, whether it is a hilly area or plain area. So that facility generally will be available. So school is available. You as a adult educator, yeah, involved in adult education activities, you need to choose any one of them as a mentor. That is a school or college teacher can have. If school is not there, college may be there nearer to you sometimes than a school also, because your house is so located. That's why you can go to any school teacher or college teacher or principal or the headmaster or headmistress or faculty of any other institution, be it a state institute or national institute, like NCRT in case of people residing in Delhi, or SCRT in case of other state capitals, etc., or staff of any other formal education institution that is located in your area. If that is not possible, then you can choose a teacher or a faculty or a member of a diet. At least you can go to district headquarters, that is District Institute of Education and Training, or Center or Department of Adult Continuing Education and Extension, if it is a university which is nearer to you, or State Resource Center which is located in mostly state capitals, or State Directorate of Adult or Mass Education. This is also available in state capitals mainly. And any non-governmental organization or any other non-formal education institution. As far as this thing is concerned, there are so many NGOs working in the field of formal or non-formal education. You can go to any one of them, just for getting your endorsement that you have done your activity, and they should be generally ready to do that if it is for this particular program. Next is any field function. Even those categories are not available. A field functionary of any formal or non-formal education program, or any development, welfare, or any other relevant program for adults or the community. So I think in every community there are functionaries who are implementing some program or the other, that is be it educational program or welfare program or development program or some other program. So if that functionary is approachable, then it can be, or she can be, your mentor or guide or facilitator. These are just terms used like that. So any experienced, active and resourceful person from the community, including a local leader. Any local leader can be your guide, but here qualification is mentioned. That is, that the person should be at least graduate. For example, even in the schools, people who are not having B.Ed, etc., they are not eligible. Okay, because if it is a teacher having teachers with the 10 plus 2 qualification, then you cannot use them. At least teacher should be graduate, whether the teacher is having a B.Ed degree or not. So like that, community leader also should have at least a graduation as a qualification. Next is any organizer or the coordinator or faculty of other or other member from any community level institutions, such as cyber cave, study circle, coaching center, etc. So when you visit a coaching center, the person sitting, if he is qualified, he can also act as your mentor or guide. So this is a exhaustive yeah, in its list. It is given on page 11 of the student handbook. If you are having this practical handbook, that is MAEL 002, practical work, community based practical activities, on page 11, you can clearly see the list of all these categories given here. So here other categories include any member from any community or institution, preferably with the experience of conducting a survey of any kind. Any member having knowledge and experience of browsing the internet and using email, etc., for communication and other purposes, or any person having the experience of holding meetings and networking people and communities. Is the slide moving? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Is the slide also moving?
Yes, sir. Moving, sir.
So other option is any staff member of an implementing agency of any formal, non-formal program for education, development and welfare of adults of the community, and any organizer, coordinator or a member of the organizing team of any training program or any task force or committee of any program. So this is an exhaustive list of who could be your mentor, guide, or facilitator, and they are all available at different levels and at different places, starting from the village to the metropolis. So, in whichever the area you are living and whichever the person could be accessible to you, it can be anyone, even it can be your friend, but not a family member. At least, please ensure that it is unethical to get a signature as a mentor from your own father or mother. So they may be qualified, they may be doing honest job, but it doesn't sound nice and ethically also it is not good practice if at all. So that is why this exhaustive list is given so as to facilitate the students to identify any one of these persons as the mentor. Then you will be preparing a report of each of the activity, and you will be putting all the reports together and submitting it as a one comprehensive report to your regional center. Then regarding the format, I just give, it is not compulsorily to be followed like this only, but broad sketch I am giving a skeletal suggestive sketch. Here you can put a title as report of community based practical activities. Anyway, this is for both MAL 001 is in fact for a PGDA it is not applicable. So you can simply put a course code as MAL 002, because this common sketch I just prepared it keeping in view all the three categories of students, because this component is there in all the programs PGCAE, PGDAE and MAAE. So you will mention about your particular practical course and all your program as a PGCAE. Then student name, number, enrollment number, month and year. These things you will fill. This can be effectively the first page of your report. Is it visible? Is the page visible? Student, any student?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you can put the first page. Next, second page is that you have performed the activities, and for this,
Could you show the previous page again, please?
pardon?
Could you show the previous page again, please?
Previous page. See, this is simply like report of the community-based practical activities. Okay, you put course code as MAEL 002 and program code as PGCAE. Okay, forget about these things. MAE and PGDA. Don't go for this thing. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can send this thing to even regional center. Regional center can communicate it to you. You can even by sending a mail, you can collect it. Otherwise, also regional center can send it to you directly. I will send this copy to regional center. Okay. So then after that, second page, which will be the first page of the actual report, you can put this is a pro forma for submission of the reports of the community-based practical activities performed by the student. Okay. Then here you will put your name, enrollment, program code, course code, address, and you will mention the details of the activities you have performed, date of completion of the activity, name, qualification and designation of the mentor or the facilitator and the number of credits for which you have performed the activities. Okay, but as far as first 6 activities are concerned, you don't have to do anything as far as the credits are concerned, because these are fixed and these are worth 2 credits. Specific credits are there. Then you have to mention details of when you have completed activity, who is your mentor. You will be filling those things. But this is all okay as far as the compulsory activities are concerned. But coming to this optional activities, here sorry, we want to be 10. Okay, 10 activities are there. By mistake, 9 as given. So out of the 10 activities, you have to fill the specific activity performed by you. I am just to mention here the optional activity performed by you. So which activity you have performed out of the B1 to B10? If it is a B1, what is the credit value? You have to mention credit value here. Here you will be mentioning when you have completed, who was your mentor. If it is the same mentor, you can, there is no problem even if same mentor is acting as mentor for all activities also. Like that, you mention this B category activities, optional category activities, which are worth only 1 credit, because for 2 credits you have already performed here this 6 activities, A1 to A6, and here you have to mention specific activities. For example, if I go to this thing, optional activities. Okay, here if you have performed this B1, B2 and B6, you mention there only B1, B2 and B6, because this together will come to 1 credit. Are you getting? So otherwise, if you have done this activity B1 and B2 and B3 and B5, it also becomes a 2 plus 3, 5 here also, 0.3 plus 0.2, which is a 0.5 and 0.5, it becomes a 1 credit worth activity. So you mention which activities you have performed from B1 to B10. If you have performed B10, this alone is worth 1 credit. So if you have formed a voluntary organization and you have conducted certain activities like the general body meeting and the executive committee meeting, it is mentioned at least 1 general body meeting and 1 executive committee meeting also should be conducted, for which you have to write a report of the meetings also. So that is how you will be filling the information about which activities you have performed. So here you will be filling only, for example, if you have performed activity B10, here you will be filling at the serial number 7, you will be putting just B10, farming and running the voluntary organization worth 1 credit. That's all, and it will be totally for 3 credits that you have performed the activities, including the optional and compulsory activities. So accordingly, the mentor also will give a mentoring certificate. For example, here pro forma for certification by mentors or the guides or the facilitators of relevant community-based practical activities performed by the student. Here it is given. This format also is given in the handbook, and you can see it. It is at appendix 2. So here text is given here. It is hereby certified that I have mentored or guided or facilitated the student name. The mentor will write enrollment number in carrying out the following community-based activities. If it is compulsory activities, all compulsory activities, or particular optional activity, like that, the mentor will mention, and I have received the reports of the above activities from the student concerned. Means he will personally carry those reports to the mentor, because mentor is nearby to you only, who is very much accessible. So the mentor also will give authentication as well as the comments on the reports prepared by you. So this is mentioned here in the point 3. So I have written the authenticated and commented upon reports of the above activities to the student concerned for submission of the same by him or her to the concerned program study center of IGNOU. It means that under the mentorship of this particular mentor, a particular student has done this thing, and the mentor is accordingly authenticating this thing, because this is just a kind of establishing authenticity that you have done it under the supervision or mentorship of particular person. So person will sign, and qualifications and all may be mentioned, designation if any held, and address. If any official person is there and they have the stamp of it, the stamp also can be affixed. So this is all in brief about this thing. And for each activity you will be preparing. For example, when you are putting a report of the first activity, so you will mention that this is the first activity, and for this you will be putting whatever the specific nature and objectives are mentioned in the guide. You can reproduce them here. Then you can write here all the, rather you put all the filled in formats in original, and you will be writing a report of it also, brief report of the activity you write. Then this report will be authenticated by the mentor also. Mentor may give one separate sheet of paper. It can be few lines, or it can be a paragraph also, big paragraph. There is no bar on that thing. So once you get the authentication for each activity, or if sometimes for all the activities together, if the mentor is giving the mentor is one and the same, then some students do like that also. That also is not bad. So students can get the mentor's comments on each of the activities. So like that, you will be doing for all other activities also. Activity 2, then whatever the format filled in, you will put that format. Before that, you will be specifying the nature of the activities, and then your report will be there for second activity. Then comments from the mentors that will be there. So for all the reports, you will be preparing the reports and getting the mentor's authentication, and finally you will be putting them together and submitting it, for which you will be getting an acknowledgement also from the regional center. Because whenever you submit your report, please do not forget to get the acknowledgement from the regional center. And at the same time, you keep a photocopy of this particular report, entire report. This is all just for your own information and record. And also, in case of any problem with the one you have submitted, this also you can use as a alternative. That is the use of it. So this is all about this community-based practical activities. And thank you very much. Now, if you have any doubts you want to ask, I am here to clarify your doubts. And I think all slides were visible, though there was some problem in the beginning in sharing it, and also with the movement of the slides. These are quite common, because we got this new computers, and sometimes this icons, specifications, etc. in using it also is a problem, and compatibility is another issue. So these are all the issues involved in sharing, including the one's own experience also. So then this is all in comprehensive presentation that I have made. So if at all you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me. And now I hand it over to Dr. Hemamalini. And Dr. Hemamalini, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
So I think my voice was absolutely clear. Was there any?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was clear.
So I think shall I close it now here?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Thank you very much for the presentation, sir, for giving guidelines for taking up the project. If students, if they have any questions, can they be allowed to ask you, sir?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
Yes, sir. Yes, students, if you have any doubts, you can just okay clarify now. It's sir is here.
Ma'am, I had few questions.
Please go ahead with.
Sir, I